Hey everybody, welcome to Takeoff with John Clark. And yes, we took off. We are here in New Orleans, a week away from the Super Bowl. It's going to be right here at the Superdome. And guess what? For Eagles receiver DeVonta Smith, this is a homecoming. He is coming back to New Orleans to play in a Super Bowl in his hometown. He grew up about an hour from here, a Louisiana kid, and he played a state title game here at the Superdome. He lost, so he wants to win a championship here in his hometown. And get this, DeVonta will be the first football player ever to win 2 national championships in college, win a Heisman Trophy, appear in 2 Super Bowls, and win a Super Bowl, a 7-year span doing all of that. DeVonta sat down with us for this Takeoff podcast. Here is the interview. All right, we are in the Eagles Entertainment Studios with our special guest, DeVonta Smith. And this has got to be a special Super Bowl for you. You grew up how far from the Superdome?
45 minutes.
45 minutes. Was there a day when you were a little kid dreaming of playing in a Super Bowl?
No shot.
No?
Nah, not at all.
You didn't think it was possible?
Nah.
How about playing in the Superdome? Did you dream of playing in the Superdome one day?
I wouldn't even say that. You know, I was into basketball so much. I was probably still thinking about that at the time.
Wow. Well, how special is this to be going home, your home state of Louisiana? You're going to have a lot of people watching you where you grew up. How meaningful is that?
Oh, it means a lot, just still, setting an example for the kids, back at home of, the way to go about things, the way to do things, just giving them a vision, giving them a dream to chase.
Did you play in a high school state championship game in the Superdome?
So we went twice. The first year I was hurt, and then my last year we had went.
Okay. So are you looking to get that championship win in the Superdome?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
How about what you've been through over these last 7 years, winning 2 national championships at Alabama, winning the Heisman, and now you're in 2 Super Bowls in your first 4 seasons in the NFL. I don't think there's anybody in history that has won 2 national championships, a Heisman, and won a Super Bowl. How incredible has this ride been?
It's been amazing, man. Just day in, day out, the work that I put in, thinking about all the times that, things were really rough and just fighting through it, getting through the adversity that I've encountered, and, just being here, it's a blessing.
And we see how calm and how great you are in the biggest of games. Was that like that from the get-go, or did you have to learn how to play in the biggest of games?
I think it comes with your preparation. I think no matter how big or small the game is, if you prepare well, you're going to, succeed and do what you need to do.
So have you kind of gotten calmer being in so many big games?
Yeah, definitely. That definitely plays a big part. Being in something, it not being your first time being in it, that definitely plays a big part in anything that you do.
Is this a little different, though, because you are going back home to win a Super Bowl in your home state?
Nah, it's the same. Yeah? I approach it the same. Don't make it bigger than what it is.
How about the Kansas City Chiefs? We've heard guys saying this is unfinished business. We're playing the Chiefs again, but it's really about winning that Super Bowl that we lost 2 years ago. Do you consider it unfinished business?
I guess you could say that, but for me, it's there's nothing I can do about the last one. Just worry about this one. Go out here, approach this one as I should, prepare for how I need to prepare.
You had a lot of success in the game 2 years ago, the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. What do you see with their defense, especially in the secondary?
They do a great job of tackling. They make a lot of tackles. They don't miss a lot of tackles. So just going out there, trying to make that something, break the tendency that they have of being a good tackling team.
We saw a really cool moment with you and Nick Sirianni as you guys were celebrating going back to the Super Bowl. I think he said he loves you. You said you love him, and it was a nice moment. What has he meant to this team and his messaging every single week to get to this point?
He's meant a lot, man. He's always, getting us fired up and things like that for the game. And just going out there, he's always talking about climbing the mountain. We've climbed this mountain so far. Why wait to the end to let go and not finish it? So just finish climbing the mountain.
And he's also talked about facing that adversity. Has that kind of become a mantra?
Yeah, every game you're going to face adversity, whether it's you having a missed assignment, you dropping a pass, you're not making the right read and things like that. You're always going to have adversity in the game, but it's all about how you respond. You're going to sit there and, let one play, determine how you're going to play the rest of the game.
So in the NFC title game, we saw the passing game really came alive. You guys have been running a lot with Saquon, and everybody's like, oh, the passing game. Do you think Jalen Hurts especially, does he kind of get fueled by some of the doubters out there?
I wouldn't say few, but I think it's just kind of like if we can run the ball, the whole game, just do it. I mean, it's no need to go out there, throw the ball 40 times. We just hand the ball off the whole game. When we know when it's time for us to pass the ball, we're up for the challenge and we'll be ready for it.
So you enjoy that, even though you're not getting as many catches, if the team is moving the ball and scoring touchdowns?
We're in the Super Bowl for a reason. Just as long as we come out with a victory.
Yeah. And how about Saquon Barkley to be a part of such a special season? And you're all doing your part, blocking and everything. How special, as far as teammates, is it when Saquon comes in here? We saw the interaction on the sidelines. I think you and AJ were telling him we're witnessing greatness, but he's like, no, it's because of you guys. So how cool is that, the connection with Saquon and being good teammates?
It's great, man, because, at any moment he can just take off and, take it 60 or 70. So that'd be the most amazing thing about it is like, oh, you stopped it this, and this play, but then that one play he breaks it for 60 and it's like, oh, yeah, there you go right there. So it's just amazing to see, that all it takes is a little bit and he's out of there.
But is it pretty special, the selflessness of everybody kind of giving it up for winning?
Yeah, I think that's what a team is all about. Guys being selfless, guys going out there, helping other guys and things like that. And I think that's what makes this team so special. As receivers, we're going to do our job in the run game, and we know Saquon's going to do his job in the pass game.
And by the way, we love seeing when you're mic'd up with Eagles Entertainment because it's kind of like a whole nother side of you. You let it all out. Now, when Saquon could have gone in for that touchdown against the Packers, instead he slid, basically took a knee. You gave him some stuff. Are you still kind of upset he didn't take it to the house?
Nah, we're past that. We're past that. We're on to the next one.
Yeah. How special are those moments, though, when you can kind of let your personality out that maybe, because you're, usually quiet and reserved, but we see all of that let out during a game?
I think I'm two different people when you see me out, like just seeing, and versus me on the field. I think I'm two completely different people. I communicate a lot more when I'm on the field because, that's kind of what it takes. That's kind of what it takes when you're out there on the field. You have to communicate. You have to, you have to show guys the excitement you have for them and things like that. And you have to, generally just go out there and, whatever it takes to help somebody else. You never know what you see that, someone else might not see, but it might help them. So it's kind of the communication factor in the game that you have to. And then just overall, just being excited of being out there, just playing the game that I love.
Do you ever watch some of those clips and say, wow, I really do get emotional and fired up during these games?
Sometimes I watch and don't even remember how I said half the stuff I said.
That's great. You've been around town here. You went to the Sixers game the other night. You saw LeBron James against the Sixers. Do you feel the city and how much people are invested and how fired up everybody is?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I feel that anytime I'm out in Philly, the fans, whether it's at another basketball game or if I'm, out eating or something, you always feel the love and feel the fans, the excitement that they have just for any sport in this city.
Can you picture what it would be like? You guys were close 2 years ago to bring the Lombardi Trophy back and have a parade here.
Man, I can't, but I'm ready to experience it.
Yeah. Is it a little different for you now? We saw you on the field celebrating the NFC Championship win with your little one. How much more special is it now when you're kind of experiencing that with your very young daughter?
It's exciting. I know she kind of doesn't understand what's going on. She just seen the confetti and just wanted to grab it because it's down there and things. But it's special for me. Being out there, achieving this and her being a part of it. It means a lot to me.
So you obviously come from an incredible program in Alabama. You won the national championships, and then you're here with the Eagles. Can you give me an idea of the similarities? Because I remember talking to you after you guys were going to the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and you kept saying, we got one more game. Like, tell me about the mentality and the similarities between these two incredible organizations.
I would say, man, shout out to Nick. That's kind of something that he preaches, and I think that's what I appreciate the most about this is me being a part of, I wouldn't say the rebuild, but when I got here, Nick got here. So just being a part of that group that, kind of started it off. My first year we was 9-8 or something like that. Yeah. And then been going to 2 Super Bowls. So it's kind of like, I appreciate that a lot, being a part of that. And, he's kind of always talked to me about how it was Alabama and things like that. And, he's kind of bought into it. And that's what we're trying to turn this into now, get things how it was over there and, just make sure everybody has the right mindset.
What will that moment be like, though, to be back in your home state, national anthems playing, and you're playing in the Superdome near where you grew up?
Trying to control my emotions. I think that's the biggest thing. I know we went down and played the Saints earlier, my emotions were kind of high. So just trying to control them a little better than I did then.
Yeah, that's great. Well, we appreciate your time. We wish you the best in the Super Bowl and continued success.
Thank you.
It's been quite a run for you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Mom's so flagrant.